The Dick Van Dyke Show. Starring Dick Van Dyke. Rosemary, Maury Amsterdam, Larry Matthews, and Mary Tyler Moore.
Hello, Dick Van Dyke Show friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is KJ Ricardo. I'm back with another video, and today's video is a look at my list of the top 5 Robert Petrie moments from Season 5 of the Dick Van Dyke Show. Season 5 really focused on Rob. There were many great episodes featuring him, but here's my list of the top 5. So let's get started. Number 5 is Body and Saul. This episode is another flashback episode of Rob's days in the military. He's going to be fighting a very tough man in a duel, basically a boxing match. And this is a great episode. Rob isn't a boxer. He's not trained for this. And so Laura is very concerned for him. She doesn't want him to fight, but he goes through with this. And I like this episode because we get to see Dick Van Dyke's physical comedy shine. He is so great in the fight scene. And so I have a clip of this, so enjoy. Number 4 is the two-parter episodes I Do Not Choose to Run and The Making of a Councilman. I'm combining these two together because they are two-parter episodes. Rob is running for councilman of the New Rochelle community. Now, he doesn't really have any experience in this, and he doesn't really want to run for councilman, but he's kind of roped into it. His competition is far more qualified for the role, and I think Rob knows this, but he has to go through with it. He's in too deep. But I like these episodes because it's completely focused on Rob, but I'm not going to tell you who wins. You'll just have to watch the episodes to find out. Number 3 is Odd But True. In this episode, everyone has noticed that Rob's freckles on his back, they make the shape of the Liberty Bell, even with the crack in the bell. And so this is very odd, but it's true. And so everyone is fascinated by it, and it's a little annoying to Rob. And eventually he decides to go and see a specialist about this to see if he can be added to the Odd But True list. And once again, I like this episode because it's completely focused on Rob, and it's a funny situation involving him. Number 2 is The Man from My Uncle. Once again, another great episode. Rob is hilarious in this episode. Police want to set up a stakeout at the Petrie's house to watch the neighbor across the street. And so Rob allows this, but he's fascinated by this stakeout. He's playing with all the instruments, trying to figure out what's going on, and he wants to be involved. He thinks he's involved because it takes place at his house. And so this is just a very classic Rob Petrie episode where he wants to be involved in every aspect. And of course, he doesn't really know what he's doing, but that's what makes it a funny episode. But my number 1 pick is Uhny. I really love this episode. It's one of my favorites from season 5. It's late at night and Rob is alone at the office working on the script. He's very tired and suddenly he starts hearing a voice go, Uhny, Uhny. And so he goes over to the window and he sees a flying saucer. And so he is completely fascinated by this. He calls Sally and Buddy into the office to let them know what's going on. They don't see the flying saucer, so they don't believe him. They say, you're making things up. You're just too tired. You didn't really see a flying saucer. And so Rob goes and sees a psychiatrist to talk about it and see, well, was I actually making it up? But the next night at the office, he hears the voice again. Uhny, Uftz, Uhny, Uftz. And that's what makes this episode so great. He becomes so fascinated by this. And so I put together a compilation of the moments when he's fascinated and almost obsessed with the Uhny, Uftz, the flying saucer. And it's just a great, overall, a fantastic episode featuring Rob.
What do you say? Buddy, Sally, it's a little late at night for playing games, if you don't mind. Say? Gone.
What's gone?
What? The flying saucer's gone. It's kind of lonely in here, Ted. Kind of like being the last living cell in a dead... Why didn't I think of that? At least I've got time to concentrate. Time to concentrate on noises that are going to scare me. This building's so empty, why do I have the feeling I'm being watched? You wouldn't do that if anyone else were around, would you? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that either. I heard that. Okay, now I'm wide awake. I'm not asleep. I'm too wide awake. There. Glad it's not there. Might think I'm signaling. What are you sneaking around in here for?
I always sneak around in empty buildings. You think I want somebody to hear me?
And that's it. That's all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. Rob is such a great character, of course, because it's Dick Van Dyke. He's an amazing, amazing comedian. His physical comedy was great this season, and we got to see that many times. There were many hilarious situations involving Rob. So let me know what your favorite episode is from this season involving Rob. Let me know in a comment, and I would be happy to read that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. And remember to always laugh often.